Hello and welcome to News by Standards. A trans woman who raped 2 women before she changed gender will not serve her sentence in a female jail, Scotland's First Minister has said. Isla Bryson was remanded to Cornton Vale Women's Prison after being convicted of carrying out the rapes when she was a man called Adam Graham. Bryson decided to transition from a man to a woman while awaiting trial. Nicola Sturgeon has now said Bryson will be removed from the prison soon and will not serve her sentence there. It is thought to be the first time a trans woman has been convicted of raping women in Scotland. Bryson is due to be sentenced next month after being convicted on Tuesday, but where that sentence should be served has been the subject of heated debate, with concerns being raised about the safety of other women in the jail if Bryson was placed there. The Scottish Parliament passed legislation last month aimed at making it easier for people to change their legally recognised sex, but Ms Sturgeon has said the changes did not play any part in the Bryson case. The Gender Recognition Reform Bill has been blocked by the UK government over its potential impact on equalities laws that apply across Scotland, England and Wales. Speaking at First Minister's questions in the Scottish Parliament, Ms Sturgeon said she agreed with the Chief Executive of Rape Crisis that it was not possible to have a rapist within a woman's prison. Referring directly to the Bryson case, she said, "It would not be appropriate for me, in respect of any prisoner, to give details of where they are being incarcerated. But given the understandable public and parliamentary concern in this case, I can confirm to Parliament that this prisoner will not be incarcerated at Cornton Vale Women's Prison. I hope that provides assurance to the public." The First Minister said any prisoner who posed a risk of sexual offending was segregated from other prisoners, including while a risk assessment was carried out. She said there is no automatic right for a trans woman convicted of a crime to serve their sentence in a female prison even if they have a gender recognition certificate. Every case is subject to rigorous individual risk assessment and the safety of other prisoners is paramount. Ms Sturgeon said she expected that Bryson would not be at Cornton Vale in Stirling by the end of a 72-hour segregated assessment period, which would be soon. The First Minister also stressed it was careful that people did not even inadvertently suggest that trans women pose an inherent threat to women, adding predatory men, as always have been the case, are the risk to women. Speaking to journalists outside the chamber, Ms Sturgeon said she had not given any formal direction to the Scottish Prison Service on removing Bryson from Cornton Vale. Scottish Justice Secretary Keith Brown said on Wednesday that he trusted the prison service to decide on the correct venue for trans prisoners. Cornton Vale was until recently Scotland's only women's jail, but it's being replaced by a series of smaller purpose-built facilities across the country, including a HMP Stirling, which is being built on the same site. Scottish Conservative leader Douglas Ross said his party had warned for months during the debate over the gender reforms that violent criminals, just like the sex offender, the absolute beast we are discussing today, would try to exploit loopholes in the law and attack a traumatised woman. He added it should not have taken public disgust and a slew of negative headlines about a double rapist being sent to a women's prison for Nicola Sturgeon to realise this was completely unacceptable and wrong. She and her Justice Secretary have the power to impose a blanket ban on all rapists being sent to women's prisons, so why is she refusing to exercise it? It suggests Nicola Sturgeon's screeching U-turn in the Bryson case was down to fears over the political risk to herself rather than the safety risk to women prisoners. It came as Bryson's estranged wife, Shona Graham, aged 31, said she had a lot of sympathy for real trans people, but claimed her former partner's transition was a sham for attention, and that Bryson is attempting to fool the authorities. Miss Graham told the Daily Mail, "Never once did he say anything to me about feeling he was in the wrong body or anything," and accused Bryson of being abusive in their relationship. During the rape trial, Bryson claimed she knew she was transgender at the age of 4, but did not make the decision to transition until she was 29, and is currently taking hormones and seeking surgery to complete gender reassignment. Bryson said that in 2016 she was struggling with bisexuality and having issues emotionally.